Gorilla gives birth to something rare. The staff shocked when noticing her offspring. What will happen when, for the very first time in the zoo's history, a mother gorilla is about to welcome a baby into the world? Everything seems normal until something completely unexpected shakes the calm, leaving keepers and visitors in awe and wonder. The story begins in Burger's Zoo, a place filled with life, laughter, and endless curiosity. Every corner of the zoo echoed with the sounds of happy visitors and playful animals. At the heart of it all was Mala, a gentle and intelligent gorilla who had captured everyone's hearts. The staff adored her calm nature and playful spirit. But while everyone loved Mala, Mala's favorite person was Aaron, a kind-hearted zookeeper who had always dreamed of working with gorillas. Since childhood, he had admired their strength and deep emotions. After years of hard work, he finally achieved his dream job at Burger's Zoo in the Netherlands. Aaron loved his work and cared deeply for all the animals, but Mala held a special place in his heart. While other gorillas were often aggressive and easily angered, Mala was different. She was gentle, calm, and seemed to understand things in a way that surprised everyone. Her eyes always carried warmth, and her actions showed kindness. She was clever and patient, with an almost human-like sense of empathy. Whenever Aaron approached her enclosure, she would tilt her head slightly, watching him with curiosity, as if she understood every word he spoke. That simple connection made Aaron's heart melt every time. Whenever Aaron had free time, he would walk straight to Mala's enclosure. The other zookeepers often teased him, saying he spent more time with her than with his own friends. But Aaron didn't mind their jokes. To him, being near Mala was peaceful. He loved watching her interact with the younger gorillas, teaching them how to behave, sharing food with them, and comforting them when they got scared. Sometimes, when they played too rough, Mala would gently step in, guiding them back to calmness. To Aaron, she wasn't just another animal. She was like a wise friend who understood emotions better than most humans did. Sometimes, Aaron even joined in the fun. He would sit near the enclosure, rolling a ball or tossing leaves toward the younger gorillas. They would jump and play, while Mala watched closely, making sure no one got hurt. Those moments became Aaron's favorite part of every day. Everything in the zoo felt perfect, until one morning, something changed. When Aaron arrived, Mala wasn't her usual cheerful self. She sat quietly in the corner, refusing to join the others. The younger gorillas tried to get her attention, but she turned away. Aaron gathered the zookeepers for a meeting. Everyone had noticed the same thing. Mala wasn't herself. Concerned, they decided to call the vet. When the veterinarian finished examining her, he looked up with surprise and said softly, "She's pregnant." For a moment, no one spoke. It was the first time in the zoo's history that a gorilla was about to give birth. The silence was filled with wonder and awe. Then, cheers slowly rose, turning the shock into joy. Mala was going to be a mother. The news spread quickly through the zoo, and everyone felt a wave of excitement. The staff immediately started preparing her space, making sure she had everything she could need. Word of Mala's pregnancy soon reached the public. People from across Europe called and wrote, asking endless questions. When will the baby arrive? Is it a boy or a girl? Can we visit Mala? The world seemed to be watching and waiting alongside the zoo staff. As the months passed, Mala moved a little slower, but her eyes still shone with life. She seemed calm and strong, carrying her baby carefully. The vet predicted the baby would arrive in mid-summer, but nature had other plans. One cool spring evening, when the sky turned purple and the air grew still, Aaron received an urgent call. Mala was in labor. He rushed to the zoo, his heart beating fast with excitement and worry. The staff gathered quietly near her enclosure, whispering in awe. Mala breathed heavily, focused on bringing her baby into the world, while the veterinarian stood nearby, ready to help if needed. Moments later, Mala gave birth to a tiny, fragile baby gorilla. The room filled with quiet awe at first, and then cheers erupted as the exhausted mother gently picked up her newborn and held it close to her chest. Tears welled in Aaron's eyes. He had seen many animals over the years, but this was unlike anything he had ever witnessed. The bond between mother and child was immediate and perfect. The staff gathered around, whispering softly so as not to disturb Mala. Everyone moved slowly, careful not to startle her. The baby snuggled against her chest, its small hands clinging tightly to her fur. It was such a delicate, beautiful life that seemed almost too fragile to exist in the world. Aaron felt a lump in his throat. He had spent so much time caring for these gorillas, watching them grow and play, but seeing a new life begin was something entirely different. It was magical. But then, something unexpected happened. Just a minute later, Mala began acting strangely. She shifted her weight, placed the baby down, and pushed it slightly away. Her eyes darted around, and she seemed restless, uncomfortable. The joy that had filled the room suddenly turned to worry. Aaron froze, unsure what to do. "Something's wrong," whispered the vet, standing beside him. He was ready to step in when he noticed something that made him stop. His eyes widened in disbelief. Mala was going into labor again. The realization spread like wildfire through the room. "She's having twins!" the vet exclaimed. Gasps of amazement echoed from every corner. Twin births among gorillas are extremely rare, almost unheard of. The staff watched in awe as Mala, though exhausted, prepared to bring another life into the world. Slowly and carefully, she delivered the second healthy baby. Cheers and applause filled the room, louder than before, as both newborns lay beside their mother, wriggling softly under her protective, gentle gaze. Despite her tiredness, Mala's instincts were clear. She carefully lifted both babies, cradling them close to her chest. She radiated calm and love, her earlier restlessness replaced by pure focus and care. Aaron's smile could not be contained. He knew this was a moment that would be remembered forever. News of the twin gorillas spread across Europe. Burger's Zoo became famous overnight. Visitors traveled from far and wide to see the miracle twins and their proud mother. Mala, once just another gorilla in the enclosure, had become a symbol of patience, strength, and the quiet wonders of nature. Aaron often reflected on that night. He remembered the panic when Mala had first pushed her baby away, the sudden shock of the second birth, and the joy that followed. His bond with Mala deepened, built on trust, care, and countless shared moments over the years. As time passed, the twin gorillas grew strong and healthy. They were named Baku and Asha. Baku, the mischievous one, loved climbing the tallest branches and swinging from ropes, while Asha stayed close to her mother, gentle and curious, learning from her every move. Visitors adored them both, and they became stars of the zoo, their story inspiring everyone who came to see them. 9 years later, Aaron still worked at Burger's Zoo. Every morning he stopped by the gorilla enclosure and smiled as Baku swung playfully and Asha helped Mala groom her fur. The sight filled him with joy and pride. It was more than just a job. It was a reminder of the day he witnessed a true miracle. Whenever visitors asked about the famous twin gorillas, Aaron shared the story with the same excitement he felt that night. He spoke of the first baby, Mala's sudden restlessness, the shock of the twin birth, and the wonder of seeing her hold both babies close. People listened in awe, their eyes lighting up as if they were there themselves. As the sun set over Burger's zoo, laughter and animal calls filled the air. Mala rested peacefully beside her grown twins, her eyes calm and wise. Aaron watched quietly from a distance, smiling. In his heart, he knew these were the moments that made his work meaningful, moments full of life, love, and the surprising beauty of nature. And so, the story of Mala, Baku, and Asha lived on, a story of unexpected miracles, deep bonds, and the gentle magic of life itself.